Welcome to Age Well Together, proudly presented by Sunscape Boca Raton. Step into a world of care, connection, and cherished moments. We invite you and your loved ones to embark on a journey where each show is crafted with comfort, compassion, and exceptional care. Join the conversation that enhances the richness of this new chapter in life. For more information, contact Sunscape Boca at 561-680-3600 and let us help you embrace the beauty of aging well together.
Welcome to Age Well Together. I'm Lori Rolat. I'm the Director of Community Relations at Sunscape of Boca Raton. Sunscape of Boca Raton is the new assisted and memory care community that opened up last year on Boca Rio Road. For more information and call for a tour, you can visit us at sunscapebocaraton.com or call me, Lori Rolat, at 561-680-3600. My guest today is Pam Avalos, President and CEO of PR2U. For more than 20 years, Pam has worked in the home healthcare industry, connecting seniors to business through educational lectures. She has built solid connections and understands the importance of building and protecting your brand, image, and/or company. Her mission has been to educate that it's always a choice to be able to bring lectures on health, wellness, community services, resources, and events. When collaborating with PR2U with Pam, you can rely on her expertise as a dedicated professional with decades of experience and a vast network of valuable connections. These days, she's a mother first, loves her children, and focuses on work around them. Whether running to swim needs, karate competitions, or travel volleyball, she's the biggest cheerleader and loudest.
That would be true.
And loudest. I have a personal connection with Pam. She and I have done many events to promote both her communities and Sunscape of Boca. So what exactly is PR2U? And welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So PR2U is public relations to you. I created this company to bring awareness to seniors who reside in 55 plus properties, bring the education direct to the comfort of their homes and their clubhouses.
So how did you get involved doing that? I mean, what was your concept? I mean, you've been doing this now for quite some time. What was your concept and how was it born?
Got it. So 20 years in the home healthcare industry.
In what capacity?
Offering private duty home care services. As marketing liaison, running to hospitals and skilled nursing facilities, assisted livings, independent livings, and realized that the one thing that was missing was the education direct to the end user. If someone was going to have a elected surgery, they could know ahead of time what rehab to choose if they were educated and heard from that rehab. So I kind of put this all into perspective and really made something out of it.
It's such an interesting concept that, like you said, bringing education to the end user, which are the older adult in these communities. Sure. Moving into a 55 plus community, most people are so independent and they're not thinking of what's going to happen in the next 10, 15, 20 years, sure. Not understanding, like you said, about rehabs, about certain specialty doctors, or about assisted, independent, and memory care communities.
Sure.
So how did you make the jump then to go from being the marketing liaison in a home health community to now having your own company and being very successful? You and I work on many things. We're actually doing something in the next few months together too, which I'm excited to be a part about.
Sure.
How did you make that jump?
Things kind of just fell into place in, the short-term story. I went back to the connections I've created over the past 20 years, asked them if, they would work with me direct to book out a year of lecture series and bring the community what it was missing. They're great at singing, they're great at dancing, bingo's always a hot number, But the one thing that the communities were lacking was education, something for the older seniors that still reside in those 55 plus properties to be able to engage in if they can no longer maybe do all the active activities that are being offered in their communities.
What are some of those lectures that you have brought into those communities?
Sure. So we kind of went with the old song, head, shoulders, knees, and toes, and I've kind of put that philosophy in my head.
What does that mean?
So, start at the head, work your way down to your toes, but think of every possible health related to head, shoulders, knees, and toes, top to the bottom. And then also ancillary, right? Because it's not only about doctor lectures, it's about wellness, it's about having your affairs in order. So we'll bring out elder law attorneys to talk about what you need to know. We'll bring out senior advisors in real estate to explain to them when it's time to downsize and move on from the home you've always known to independent or assisted living, or even if a child is deciding for their parent, they need to go to memory care. So that's how it's worked.
So you're in these 55 plus communities, and I'm sure that you have seen a lot of changes in the years. Can you share with me what some of those are?
Sure. So the older 55 plus properties are definitely not 55 years old. Let's say they're more of a 75-year-old property, whereas the new builds are more of the just retired. However, they're coming out to lectures also, and sometimes I find that they're the ones really not prepared.
That's interesting.
Yes. So maybe they haven't had to take care of someone. Maybe it wasn't something that they were educated on. And then they come out to a lecture and they hear from, this past week, a financial advisor. And so many people were like, wow, I never did that. And it's like, wow, you never came across this. So it's definitely an age range in these properties, depending upon how long they've been around. But we are getting a vast age of people interested in the lectures.
So the ages are ranging from 55 plus and up.
Yeah, I think our oldest person coming is 104, and she's dedicated. She comes once a month, every month, RSVPs to the lectures. So it's exciting.
How are you getting into these 55 plus communities? Because I know for me, it's a little challenge to get anybody on the phone or to agree to go in and just solicit myself, right?
Sure.
So how are you doing that?
So I'd love to say I have the magic touch. That's definitely not it. I think what has probably set me apart is I am not selling a product. I am selling education, and I'm offering it client choice, resident choice, so that it is a wide variety of different topics, health, wellness, service, resources, that I'm not just selling that product. So they get to make educated choices. Nothing is being pushed down, their throat. They really get to understand the person speaking. And if they decide after that lecture that they want to go to that doctor or they want to see that attorney, then they're making that connection themselves once they leave our lecture.
Any pushback from certain communities? And if so, what would that be?
I don't think I've seen much pushback. I want to say out of all the properties that we've tried to work with, maybe one in over a year and a half said, their community didn't need lectures or education. And we said, okay, thank you. We think everyone needs it, but if they feel, some country clubs or clubhouse communities want their clubhouses to remain high-end and doing very active things. Not everyone over 55 is still very active, and they need things still that they can do every day.
Very true. Yeah. What are some of the fun lectures or fun events that you have done?
So it's not only just sitting back and hearing a doctor speak. We've done a lot of art therapy, where we'll bring someone in to do art classes and really focus on their art. We've done fun stuff, name that tune, trivia. We say it's a fun event, but we're doing it as a brain game activity to keep their minds working, have them singing along to the songs that we're singing. So it's really been educational, interactive, fun when they all start getting up and they're singing and dancing and creating a little conga line to the name that tune. But For us, it's just showing that they're using their, they're working their bodies, they're using their minds, and they're having a good time and being social.
And being engaged.
Correct.
Yeah, and that's very important for an older adult, is not to be isolated, to be very engaged, to be a part of a community and not just home alone, right? And again, educating themselves, but in a fun manner. And I've been to these, and I know that they are. I'm going to switch gears a bit.
Okay.
So we are part of the Walk to End Alzheimer's in Boca. This year's walk will be Sunday, November 10th. And Pam is the co-chair.
Correct.
Along with Amy, who will be a guest here shortly. So can you tell me more about how you got involved? I know you had been in the past, and how you're now back to be the co-chair at this year's walk.
Sure. So in 2016, Amy actually asked me to help her co-chair the West Palm Walk. And at that time, I was like, okay, great. Didn't know it at the moment, but I signed up for a 4-year gig. And we really, I feel, did a great job at educating the community on all aspects of Alzheimer's.
Tell me more about that.
So I got involved. My grandmother had Alzheimer's, suffered from the disease for 7 years, and was up in New York. And because I couldn't day-to-day help, I wanted to do something here to make sure that we could give back and we could do things for the senior population here. It also kind of meshed into the work that I do. So we would start going to different 55-plus communities, asking them to put on their own mini walks, bringing in doctors to educate. Now back then there really was no drug that was putting things into perspective that there could be a cure on the horizon. Now there is a drug that people are testing and it's working, right? So we are bringing those lectures into the communities and really tapping into everything. Everyone just thinks this is health, but it's not. This is a family disease. This is a friend disease. And it is a community disease, because regardless where you work, if you love someone or are caring for someone with Alzheimer's, you are going to come across hiccups where you need a day off. Your boss doesn't understand what you're going through. So we've created and gone after those top 25 companies in the city to see if they would jump in with us and help us with the Walk to End Alzheimer's.
So you did that prior.
Correct.
And now you're back.
And now I'm back. Amy was asked, and she said, I can't do this unless Pam does this with me. So we are co-chairing this walk together and using the same concept we've used all along, getting different companies involved, different 55-plus properties involved to truly educate, tell them that there is education. The Alzheimer's Association does a great job at educating. Also, ways to form a team if your company can't sponsor, ways to fundraise if you really don't know how or you don't know where to start.
And that could be done by going to Walk to End Alzheimer's / Boca Raton. Is that correct?
Correct.
Or you can go to Sunscape Boca and you can join our walk page as well. We are actually hosting, sponsored by the Brooklyn Cafe, our second annual art show. And all of the proceeds, $25, all the proceeds will go to the Sunscape Walk to End Alzheimer's page, and all of that money is to research to raise awareness. Our show will be on March 21st from 5:30 to 8 o'clock. We are going to showcase local artists paired with the delicious food and drinks from Sunscape Kitchen. The tickets are $25 now online, and you can see at the URL code where to get the tickets, and $30 at the door. And all the artists that will be there will be selling their art too.
Nice.
They get to keep their proceeds. We're just getting the ticket costs. And again, that's going to go to our Sunscape Walk page.
Thank you.
So we're excited about that. I'm excited to be working with you, not only with doing the 55-plus communities, but also the walk page too. What are some of the other communities, or what are you and Amy planning to do this year to raise the money and awareness, more importantly, well, not more importantly, but just more awareness to get more people to the walk, right? Because the goal is to raise as much money as possible to get people aware.
Sure.
So what are some of you and Amy are going to do differently this year?
So we've got a bowling night competition versus your competition. So we're hoping to do it as a employee engagement night where, there could be team bonding going on for different companies against your competition, right? So in each industry, we all have competitive competition. So we'll do a bowling night to raise money. That's an event we did many years ago. We're also going to do Paint for a Cause, where we're going to bring someone out to actually, similar scenario, but we'll actually be painting. So people will donate money to go towards our walk.
Well, I'm looking forward to hearing more about that when we come back from our commercial. I'm Lori Rolat, and we are here at Age Well Together, sponsored by Sunscape of Boca Raton, and my guest today is Pam Avalos with PR2U. We'll be right back.
Discover a vibrant oasis where comfort meets exceptional care. Whether you're seeking assisted living or memory care, our dedicated team is here to provide compassionate support and enriching experience for you or your loved ones. Join our Sunscape family and experience a new chapter of life filled with care, connection, and cherished moments. Schedule a tour today to see our beautifully designed community and learn more about how we can tailor our services to meet your needs. Your new adventure awaits at Sunscape Boca Raton. We're easy to reach and eager to answer any questions you may have about your future at Sunscape. Please call us at 561-680-3600 to make an appointment in person or virtually through FaceTime, Zoom, or Skype. We are located at 22501 Boca Rio Road, and hope you'll be as excited as we are to see every side of you shine at Sunscape.
Now, let's dive back into the show and continue our journey toward a healthier and more enriching life. Stay tuned and let's age well together. For more details, contact Sunscape Boca at 561-680-3600 or sunscapebocaraton.com. And now back to the show.
Welcome back to Age Well Together. I'm Lori Rolat. I'm Director of Community Relations at Sunscape of Boca Raton. Sunscape of Boca Raton is the new assisted and memory care community opening up last year on Boca Rio Road. For more information or to schedule time to come visit, you can reach me at 561-680-3600. My guest today is Pam Avalos, and Pam is the president, owner, CEO. I'm going to just add all these titles to PR2U. And PR2U is an educational company, and we were talking about the Alzheimer's Walk. This year's Walk to End Alzheimer's in Boca Raton is Sunday, November 10th. And Pam, along with Amy, is the co-chair. We were talking more about that and some of the exciting events and goals that we all have. I'm actually have been asked to be on the committee as well as a volunteer. I'm very excited to do so. It's just a very important thing to do, is to raise money to help find a cure to end this terrible disease. So tell me more about your plans for the walk, how people can get involved.
Sure, I would definitely suggest that they go to the Alzheimer's Association website, look for the walk closest to them. We hope it's Boca Raton, but if it's not, there's other walks in our area. Start a team, ask your friends, ask family. Social media is a great way to get involved, right? We all post on social media. Like I said before, this is a community disease. It's going on everywhere. Sometimes we don't even know who is dealing with this behind the closed door. So really asking the question, would you like to be a part of this? Would you like to join me? I haven't had many no's. I'm hoping that's a good thing, that people want to do this, because it's really important to me.
It is important. I mean, it's a terrible disease. I see it every day. I mean, I had a family member that, died from that as well as, did you too.
Sure.
So we understand the importance of it. Again, part of the educating, right? And being a support for everybody. Would there be cross with your PR2U and the Alzheimer's Walk about doing different events to educate people about the walk in your 55 plus communities?
Absolutely. I've already started talking to the boards of some communities, social directors, asking if we can create a walk, asking if we can do, especially in the months that are Alzheimer's related, to really push those lectures, to wear purple, and maybe even create their own teams to give back to the organization.
It's just very important. And for us at our community, we are hosting our second annual art show that will be sponsored by the Brooklyn Cafe, featuring local artists. The tickets can be purchased in advance. All those proceeds go to our Sunscape Walk to End Alzheimer's page. And then the artists themselves will sell their art. They keep their own profits, and then you get to have a taste of Sunscape with the food and drink. So we're very excited. That'll be on March 21st at 5:30. Again, you can go to Sunscape Boca to find more about that, or give me a call at 561-680-3600. You're very busy. I know that you're very busy. You and I start texting, or you even start texting me before 8 o'clock in the morning. This morning, I think I got up from an email from you that was at 4:24 a.m.
Was it that early?
It was that early, and that's fine. I don't look at my emails, but I appreciate the tenacity. Tell me about your life, right? Busy working mother, you have a lot going on.
Sure.
Where are you from? Where are you here in Florida? And tell me, what does a day look like for you? Because it sounds exhausting.
Sure. Sometimes it can be exhausting. So I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. Sometimes the accent carries and they think I just left New York yesterday. I don't know how that happens, but it does.
Same with me when they hear soda, right? And all of a sudden everybody knows that I'm from Yonkers, New York.
There you go. My parents, we lived in Brooklyn. Then they decided to move to Staten Island. Went to school in Staten Island till middle school. They decided, my grandparents had retired in Florida, and to relocate us to Florida. My grandparents lived in Royal Palm. We came out to Royal Palm and we lived there for many years. Fast forward, I am a mother of 3 children. Like, how did that happen so quick overnight? My oldest daughter is 23 years old, and she's actually started working with me, which is wonderful to keep this as a family business. Next daughter is 16 in high school, and then my son is 10 years old. So when you said about the karate meet, the swim meets, the karate shows, and the volleyball tournaments, yes, I am very busy with my children. I'm a mother first and foremost, but there's definitely a work-life balance, and we definitely enjoy life. Tomorrow's not promised, so I want my children to remember that, yes, I had to work, I had to provide. I'm doing something that I love, and now my daughter can do it with me. But I'm able to shut it off, right? I may wake up early because a day in my life is taking kids to bus stops, dropping them off at school, heading to do work. So life could be chaotic, right? Hence why you wake up at 4:30 in the morning, because you're like, I can zoom out a whole bunch of emails while the house is quiet. But I wouldn't trade it for the world. I love the life that I've created, and I'm newly engaged over a year now.
Congratulations.
I'm getting married later this year, so it's very exciting.
It is very exciting.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for you.
Thank you.
So with the 2 companies and merging together, I'm just so excited that you're here. And I just wanted to let everybody know again, if you are working at a 55 plus community and you need some help with getting lectures in, to go to PR2 for you, right?
PR2U.org.
And you'll get Pam, and she can help you create an amazing event in your community.
Sure.
And if you want to be involved with the Walk to End Alzheimer's, you can go to alz.org/Boca, or go to the Walk to End Alzheimer's/Boca. You can join my team at Sunscape Boca Raton. You can reach us at sunscapebocaraton.com. You can give me a call at 561-680-3600. And again, we are having our second annual art show that is sponsored by the Brooklyn Cafe. You can get tickets online. We'll put up the flyer again. You'll be able to come and enjoy food and drink and a taste of Sunscape, and also get the wares at the local artists and enjoy local art. It's an exciting time to be here in South Florida.
Sure.
So Pam, I want to thank you so much for being my guest. It was just so enlightening about everything that you do. I love working with you, not only now with the 55 plus communities, but here with the Walk to End Alzheimer's. So I appreciate you and I thank you very much.
Thank you.
And I hope you'll join me back again soon with Age Well Together. I'm Lori Rolat at Sunscape Boca Raton, the new assisted and memory care community, and you can reach me at 561-680-3600. Have a good night.
Thank you for joining us today on Age Well Together, brought to you by Sunscape Boca Raton. We've delved into the essential topics that matter to families as their loved ones step into the next chapter of life within a secure, picturesque, and engaging living community. Take the next step towards a vibrant and fulfilling life. Until next time, stay tuned and age well together.